Hey friends, I know you came here for the tech tea, but please stick with me for a minute. I spent way too many hours testing a ton of tools so that you absolutely don't have to. I literally burned through so many trial runs and late night edits that I could have paid someone to do my brunches for a month. The point is, I've played with the shiny models, the noisy ones, and the slightly smug apps. Today, I want to show you why Vizard is the smooth, low-drama way to turn your long videos into snackable gold, and when you should still reach for something else. Let's kick things off with a scenario everyone watching this knows. You've got a long live stream, a storytelling episode, or an interview that totally slaps. But that amazing content is dense, and you want those short clips that actually perform on social without losing the original vibe. I used to manually scrub footage, hunt for that one laugh, the exact reaction shot, that perfect soundbite. It's slow, it's dumb, and it wastes your creative mood. Then I tried a handful of auto-editing tools that promise instant virality. Let me tell you, some are gorgeous, some are chaotic, and some are just expensive noise. At first glance, certain fancy video models can generate unbelievably realistic human clips or cinematic camera moves. That's the stuff that makes you pause and check if you're actually watching a movie trailer. They do a great job at single-frame polish and photorealistic moments. But there's usually this uncanny valley in the flow where people's gestures feel slightly off. The timing of reactions is awkward, subtitles randomly glitch, and scene composition stubbornly repeats itself. You've probably seen those pretty yet robotic convo clips, where the characters look like they're acting from a list of prompts rather than actually living in the scene. Those models are impressive, but their output is finicky and often costly. Vizard doesn't try to be a photorealistic character generator, and that's its secret strength. It focuses on what creators actually need, identifying the moments that matter. It packages those moments into high-performing clips without you spending hours staring at a timeline. And the best part? It does that in a way that feels human. You feed it your long video, it finds the peaks like punchlines or big oh wow moments. Then it gives you ready-to-post short videos, captions, and even scheduling suggestions. It feels less like a magic trick and more like a smart assistant who knows what your audience likes. Let me walk you through what I do and why Vizard ends up on top for most creators. First pass, auto-editing viral clips. Upload your raw footage, hit the auto-edit button, and Vizard scans for engagement triggers. It looks for laughter spikes, volume surges, big visual changes, applause, and storyteller cadence. Instead of me manually hunting for that moment where the guest drops a spicy line, Vizard surfaces it in a matter of seconds. I can preview a handful of clip candidates, tweak start and end points, and choose a style like a quick cut, jump cut, or cinematic crop. That saved me hours. And not just time, it saved my creative flow. When your workflow isn't interrupted by scrubbing, you get into the good ideas faster. Second phase, editing feel. This is where some auto-editors fall flat. They chop things into clips that feel robotic or flattened. Vizard lets you keep personality intact. Want the clip to end with a laugh and a candid glance? Want to keep the original sound bed or swap it for a trending track? Fine. Want quick subtitles burnt in or separate SRTs for different platforms? Also fine. And the caption suggestions are actually useful. They're written like a human would write them, not like a SEO bot. Third, auto-schedule. This feature turned my posting chaos into something chill. You set your desired posting frequency, like 3 clips a week. Vizard then fills a content calendar with optimal times and even suggests which platforms are best for each clip. You can review and reschedule, but most weeks I don't even need to. I let it run for a bit and then tweak based on actual engagement.
For creators juggling multiple channels, this is a lifesaver.
Fourth, content calendar and cross-posting. Everything lives in one place. You edit, preview, caption, schedule, and publish from a single dashboard. No copying files into 12 apps, no guessing which version you posted. If you want to batch edit a set of clips to have a consistent brand color or subtitle style, it's one click.
If you want to push to multiple short-form platforms simultaneously with optimized crops, Vizard handles the variations.
It manages platform-optimized crops and different caption lengths all at once. Now, a few real-world caveats, because I keep it honest. There are moments where automated systems misread context. For example, sarcasm can be tricky because a killer line in context might be confusing when clipped. Sometimes the suggested clips need a tiny manual nudge to tighten the start or extend a reaction. That's normal for any automation. It's why these tools are helpers, not replacements. Also, if your show depends on very consistent character looks across dozens of clips, you may need to set a custom reference. Some generative models struggle to keep exact consistency across multiple outputs, and Vizard is honest about that. It focuses on editorial cuts, not frame-by-frame character continuity. If you're producing cinematic VFX-heavy shorts, pair Vizard with a motion or VFX pipeline. If you're doing creator-first, conversational content, Vizard is the sweet spot. Compare that to other options, where some services give you polished single frames and fancy cinematic movements, but at a high price. They might lock you into one output style or repeat the same composition if you don't rewrite your prompts every time. Others are cheap but require you to babysit the entire process, manually trimming and exporting every single clip. Vizard sits in that cozy place where automation actually helps your creative output, and the friction is low. It's not the flashiest tool in the store, but it's the one that makes content creation sustainable. Pro tips I picked up after testing 100 workflows. If you mark obvious beats like laughter or applause during the shoot, Vizard will find perfect edit points much faster. A tiny metadata tag or marker goes a long way in speeding up the initial scan. Vizard gives you caption ideas that actually work, so don't just accept the first suggestion. Trimming a phrase or adding a hook at the start often lifts the performance significantly. Use the scheduling feature to test posting times. Let Vizard auto-schedule for 2 weeks, then compare the data against your gut feeling. When your clip's context matters, add a 3 to 5 second text intro or outro so that when it lands in a feed, viewers aren't confused. And yeah, I know you were wondering about cost and scaling. Some premium generative tools cost a fortune per render and punish you for experimenting. The creator-friendly pricing actively encourages you to keep experimenting. You can run a dozen auto edits and test different formats without stressing about the per render cost. And rumor has it their team is rolling out even better efficiency tools soon, so creators who rely on volume should be stoked. For max return on investment, batch upload a week or a month of your raw recordings at once. Run the auto edit, pick the top 3 to 5 clips per long video and tweak the captions and thumbnails. Then let the auto scheduler distribute them across all your platforms automatically. Monitor performance for a week, then iterate on the formats that worked. It's a loop that gets smarter as you go. When I show people example clips, the reaction is always the same: surprise and relief. They are surprised that something this straightforward actually works so well. It's relief that they no longer have to trade precious time for social reach. If you love the idea of hyper-polished photoreal outputs, keep playing with those flashy models. But if you want consistent, high-performing social clips from all your long-form content, Vizard is the tool I keep coming back to. It gets the job done without burning all your valuable creative hours. So, are we all going to quit manual editing forever? Not quite. Certain creative pushes still need a human eye and human nuance. But for the day-to-day grind of turning hours into daily content, Vizard is the assistant you didn't know you needed. And honestly, once you get the cadence of batching, reviewing, and letting the scheduler do its thing, you'll wonder how you ever posted without it. If you want, I can walk you through a live demo next to show you the process. Throw me a raw episode, and I will show you how to chop it into 3 platform-ready clips and write non-spammy captions. Hit me up in the comments or DMs. Subscribe if you want more no-BS breakdowns of creator tools. I'll keep testing so you don't have to spend your sanity. Alright, go make stuff. And hey, if the cat still needs feeding, maybe schedule that in your content calendar too. Cheers!